Hi guys, it's April, and let's talk about books that I want to read in 2020. So I will state it right here that right now, 2020 is going to be my year of rereads. All of these books are on my list either because I am doing a collaboration project that I'm really super excited about, or there is a book coming out in 2020 that I want to get back up to date on what the whole storyline is, and it's going to be a massive undertaking because I really like big books. Big books. So all of these books are part of a series, and all of the series are between 3 and 4 books. So overall, on my radar to reread for next year, I have about, 10 books that I want to get to. Some of them are extremely massive. I have a tentative timeline that I want to hit all of these in. We'll see how that goes. The first series I want to talk about that I want to read for next year is the Lunar Chronicles series. So Shae and I have talked about it. We're going to do this whole reread for our Tell It Again book club. Starting in February, we're going to hit Cinder, and then each month after that, we're going to hit the rest of the series. So we got Cinder in February, Scarlet in March, Cress in April, and Winter in May. That is the plan right now. I'm super excited to get back into this series. It's been a while since I've read it. I've never done a reread of the series yet, but I've come to love this series as a whole, so I'm excited to get back into this world. And as part of that reread, which is attached to a collab that is going to come later in the year with my good friend Steve over at the Lawn Gnome, and of course Shae over at Shae Geeks Out, and that is a reread of the Renegades series, also by Marissa Meyer. This is a trilogy, so Renegades, Archenemies, and Supernova. I think I'm going to try and reread somewhere between May and August. That is the tentative plan. I haven't firmly cemented in my mind when I'm going to read each of these books, but I think maybe starting in May, somewhere around there. That is what I'm percolating on, because the last reread of the year that I want to do before the next book comes out, and that is the Stormlight Archives by Bandon Sanderson. Now, my tentative plan for this series is to read 1 book a month leading up to November, when Stormlight Archive number 4 is sort of kind of planned to come out. So in August, I want to read Way of Kings. In September, I want to read Words of Radiance. And then in October, I want to read Oathbringer. Now, each of these books are really, really massive. This is only part 1 of Way of Kings, and part 1 alone is 600 pages. So these are going to be an undertaking. I could technically break it out so I do 1 part per month, because my Way of Kings and my Words of Radiance are both 2-part books. So they're technically 4 books on my bookshelf, and maybe I'll extend that out. But I have a way of reading Bandon Sanderson that I can't stop. So 2 books for the first 2 months of the plan, and then Oathbringer, which is massive in its own right before November when book 4 gets released, and then I'll probably just binge that November-December time frame, and it's gonna be great. So those are the books that I'm hoping to reread in 2020. It doesn't seem massive when you first lay it out like that, but when you start thinking about it, and most of these books are between 600 and 1,000 pages long, it's going to be an epic journey to get all of these read. I think I can do it, and of course, if you guys want to join me in some of these books and we can do buddy reads or read-alongs, I haven't quite decided how I want to do all of it, but of course, Shae and I, for Tell It Again, are going to be doing the Lunar Chronicles, so if you want to join us there, but we will be letting you guys know what books we're going to be reading outside of the Lunar Chronicles and when our live shows are going to be. So if you want to stay up to date with all of these rereads and all the schedules for everything, subscribe down below, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.